Also, we have this issue. Now, just to explain to people a bit of background, and again, I hate that this copy, always, even the Telegraph, which has been very sound on this, will say things like, someone was born male. No, if you're born male, you're male. You're not born male and then... If you're male, you're male. You're female, you're female. Them's the facts, people. But we've got an employment tribunal that's going on at the moment, and it's been brought by a nurse, Sandy Peggy, who's a woman. She was forced by her local NHS Hospital Trust, 5 Trust, to change she changes in a women's changing room because she's a woman, and she's forced to change with a man. This is Dr. Beth Upton, who is, quote, born male, identifies as a woman. So a trans-identifying man insists on using, but he was told by bosses, you should use the women's changing room because we recognise that, you identify as a trans woman. This nurse understandably said, I feel uncomfortable. This man is looking at me while I'm changing. I'm changing out my uniform, in my bra and pants. I don't feel comfortable. Repeatedly, basically said, I don't want you in here. I had conversations. She's now been disciplined. She's gone to an employment tribunal. But astonishingly, at the tribunal yesterday, Dr. Beth Upton, the man, said that trans women have the right to get changed in front of female colleagues, insisted that he is biologically female, and said sex had no defined or agreed meaning in science. Actually said that. He said, I'm not a robot, so I'm biological, and my identity is female. Without wanting to appeal to the dictionary too much, I'm biologically female. We've got a doctor working in the NHS who is a man who believes he's biologically female. That terrifies the living daylights out of me, Amy.
Yeah, it terrifies me. And where are the BMA, the British Medical Association, in this? They should be putting out a statement urgently to say that they reject the comments of this doctor. They need to be looking into his suitability to practice. If I can cast your mind back to the pandemic, there were nurses and doctors who were disciplined or even sacked for challenging the vaccine, the coronavirus and the vaccine. Yeah. They were accused of spreading misinformation or disinformation or conspiracy theories. Now, maybe they were spreading conspiracy theories, but there's no greater misinformation than saying that biology is not accepted but in science, or that there's no such thing as biology. That's the foundation of medicine. So this doctor is putting out the worst kind of misinformation you could possibly do as a healthcare professional. This needs to be condemned immediately. It's outrageous. Yeah,
and also, this doctor, the man, said that you might have a legal document saying he's a woman, but he's still a man. But he said he's just not demanding anything other than basic respect. But what about the women nurses forced to get down to their bra and knickers in front of a man staring at them? If he wanted respect, he believes himself to be a woman, wouldn't he want those women to also feel respect and just use the disabled toilet as a private cubicle to change in? Would that not be more respectful?
Yeah, well, this nurse has explained that she was once sexually assaulted by a male doctor, and that's her reason for not wanting to change with a male doctor.
I've never been sexually assaulted. I don't want to change in front of a random man.
Exactly, but this doctor has proven he absolutely has no empathy for her, because he said, well, I'm sorry you're traumatised, but you're still a bigot and a transphobe. So that, to me, pulls into question his ability to empathise with patients. Yeah. I mean, if you're a doctor, you're working in healthcare, you need to be able to empathise with people. I
would refuse to be treated by someone who did not know the difference between men and women biologically. I think that's absolutely terrifying. Amy Gallagher, so appreciate you joining us as a former nurse. Very good to get your perspective. I'm going to come to Tom Slater about this after the top of the hour, and I want to hear from you as well. Genuinely, this is happening in tribunals. We've got a health minister, we've got a prime minister who think that women can have penises, or a wealth minister who thinks that people can identify as a llama and be treated with dignity and respect, as opposed to, as Amy says, just treated. The world has gone mad. We need to talk about this. 0344 499